Hello, welcome students to class 9. Today I am going to teach you first chapter of physics, that is chapter number 8, motion. So let us first try to understand what do you mean by the term motion. So the word motion means movement. And what is movement? When you see that an object is moving, like you start walking from school to home, that means you are changing your position, then you will say you are in motion. So how will you define motion? An object is said to be in motion if it changes its position in a given time. And what is rest? An object is said to be at rest if it does not change its position in a given time. So let us take an example. This is an electric pole. It is fixed at a point. It does not change its position with respect to time. So it will in the state of rest. You can see this house. This house is also not changing its position. So it will also in the state of rest. Now what about this car? For the time being now it is at rest. But when it starts moving from one place to another, so then it will be in motion because this car has changed its position from one point to another in a given time. Given time means it has taken some time to reach from one place to another. You can take this another example of this man. This man has also changed his position, so it will also this man will also in the state of motion. But wait, are you sure this house is stationary or it is moving? These stationary objects are along with us on Earth, and as we know, our Earth is not only rotating, it is also revolving as well. So, Earth is in motion, then, accordingly, all the things, including you, me, and different stationary objects, are in motion. They all are moving. So, why do these things appear stationary to us? It is all about perspective or the way you look at different things. I will explain you with the help of an example. Look at the picture 1. You can see two persons and one tree. So they are at rest or they are moving. If we consider these objects on earth, then they are stationary. They are at rest. They are not moving. But if we look them from space, they are in motion because the earth is moving and objects on earth will appear as moving. But when these objects will be observed from earth only, as you and me are on earth, so we can say the objects are stationary or moving accordingly. We can explain this with the help of one more example. See, you can see some students are standing at the bus stop waiting for their school bus. So they are not changing their position, so they are at rest. Now, if we see the school bus is moving, it is changing its position, so it is in motion. And for the students waiting at the bus stop, all the other students in the bus are also in the state of motion. But if I say you and your friend are sitting in the bus, then for you, your friend is at rest because he is not changing his position with time. Or same for him, you are also at rest. But for the students outside standing at the bus stop, you both are in motion. How can you be in the same state of rest as well as motion at the same time? It's all about perspective. So, this perspective or a relative position of an object is called frame of reference, and hence we can say rest and motion are relative terms. So, what we have learned from that example, we know that a moving bus is in motion because its position changes with time. Now, consider a person sitting in the bus. We have considered two friends. For someone standing on the stand, the person sitting in the bus is in motion. But for the co-passengers, the person is at rest as the person does not change its position. Therefore, we need to consider the surroundings or the point of observation while describing the state of motion of an object. This surroundings is called reference frame or reference point. So, we can say rest and motion are relative terms because an object can be in motion in relation to one object while it can be at rest in relation to another object at the same time. So how will you define motion as rest now? Motion is defined as the object is said to be in motion if it changes its position with respect to surroundings in a given time. And how will you define rest? An object is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to surroundings in a given time. We have to write with respect to surroundings in this because we can say an object is at rest or motion according to the surroundings. With respect to surrounding, comparing to the surroundings or reference frame. And how will you define reference point or origin? It is used to describe the location of an object. It is that fixed point with respect to which we can compare an object's position. An object can be referred through many reference points. So far we have studied about rest and motion. Now we will describe different types of motion. So there are many different types of motion. Number one, translatory, which is further divided into rectilinear and curvilinear. Second is circular motion. Third is rotatory. Fourth is vibratory or oscillatory motion. Fifth is periodic motion. Sixth is multiple motion. So let us describe them one by one. First is translatory motion. The motion in which all points of a moving body move uniformly in the same line or direction. All the points of a moving body means the moving body will move in the same line or in the same direction uniformly. The motion may be along a straight line or along a curved path. The motion along a straight line is called as rectilinear and the motion along the curved path is called curvilinear motion. For example, the car moving on a straight road. It's an example of rectilinear motion. Light, you have studied light travels in a straight line, so it is an example of rectilinear motion. And the car negotiating a curve, the car taking a curve, so this is an example of curvilinear motion. Next is circular motion. Circular motion is a movement of an object along the circumference of a circle or rotation along a circular path. In this, object will move in a circular path. For example, moon orbiting the earth, a ceiling fan's blade rotating around a herb, a stone which is tied to a rope is moving in a circular path. This merry-go-round. So these are the example of circular motion. Next is rotatory motion. It refers to the motion of a body around a fixed axis. In this, the objects move around a fixed axis, which is called axis of rotation. So objects are moving around a fixed axis. For example, you can see this spinning top. There is a center line passing through this axis. So this is axis of rotation through which it rotates. The fan, whole fan is rotating around this axle. So this is the axis of rotation for this fan. It is exhibiting rotatory motion as a whole fan is rotating. But the blades of the fan are exhibiting circular motion. Same in this fan. This fan is also rotating around this axis and the earth's rotation. You have seen the earth's rotation. This rotates around a fixed axis, center line passing through this. So these are examples of rotatory motion in which the motion of a body around a fixed axis occurs. Next is vibratory and oscillatory motion. In this motion, the particles move to and fro about a fixed point. There is a fixed point through which the particles move to and fro. There are some examples like this swinging or this pendulum. This swing is swinging to and fro and this pendulum, the bob is moving to and fro. So these are example of oscillatory motion. And when the oscillatory motion, if the motion of the particles occurs at a very fast rate, then it is said to be vibratory motion. Like the vibrating strings, if you vibrate the strings with a faster rate, then it will be said as vibratory motion. Next is periodic motion. It is defined as a motion that repeats itself after fixed interval of time. The motion which repeats itself after fixed intervals, like this hands of a clock, they are in motion and their motion will repeat itself after fixed interval. Or you can see the earth revolving around the sun, so and rotating also. But the revolution around the earth occurs in a fixed interval of time. So motion is repeating after fixed interval. So this is called periodic motion. Last is multiple motion. When an object possesses two or more types of motions at the same time. Such motion is called multiple motion. For example, You can see this wheel of a car. It is traveling on a straight road. So on a straight road, it will exhibit two types of motion, rotatory as well as rectilinear. How? You can see this wheel is rotating on its own axis, and also it will cover some distance on a straight road. So it will exhibit rotatory as well as translatory motion. Translatory, which type of translatory? That is rectilinear motion. I hope you like this video. Thank you everyone.